back to what we were just talking about, I'm probably going to brew up a Crux deck.
Yeah, I mean, you could play him into the Clothis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know that I will.
Eat the card your opponent just discarded.
Yeah.
To deal them 2 more damage.
Nom nom. Just eat everything.
Eat everything.
Yeah. I'll call it Hungry Hippos.
There we go. There we go. Like, would we have to, like, if you're winning the game, would we both have to just, like, pound the table? There we go. There we go. Sir, we're going to call a judge on you if you don't stop hitting the table. I forget how the Hungry Hippos song goes, but...
Yeah, I have no idea.
But there was a song for the commercial.
There was a song.
We're old.
Yeah.
So, we mentioned Modern.
Yeah.
Normally, we don't kind of touch on other formats and stuff when we do the preview show, but...
This was an important one.
It's kind of important.
We're talking about it.
So this weekend, there were 2 Modern events. There was an SCG event in Nashville or Knoxville.
Knoxville.
Somewhere in Tennessee.
Yeah. And there was a Grand Prix in Austin?
Austin, Texas, yes. And they were both Modern.
Mm-hmm.
And we had 2 top 8s.
We did.
And
they were very similar.
Of 64 possible slots that
a card could occupy.
Oko, Thief of Crowns, could occupy. He occupied 46 of them, 23 in each top 8.
That's insane.
So if you've played any Modern, you might know, like, Amulet Titan.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to slam 3 to 4 Okos in that.
Right. Burn.
We're just going to slam some Okos in that.
Sure. Double off-color splash.
Oko.
Yep.
We're doing it. So it was kind of all Oko all the time.
Yeah.
Oko got stuffed in everything, but the most Oko-iest deck were the Urza decks.
Well, because they could make use of the food token.
Yeah, because it was an artifact that tapped for mana. So basically, Oko, when
Plus
you have an Urza...
2, make a Mox Sapphire.
Yeah, when you have which is very good.
Very good.
Very good. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of Okos. And we had a lot of Urzas.
Yeah.
And they're good friends with Mox Opal.
Yeah.
Because you play a bunch of 0 drops and you slam your Mox. And then the next turn you get to play your Oko.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next turn you get to play your Urza. And then use your food tokens to activate your Urza.
Yeah. Very good.
You just happen to have, like, I don't know, a 7/7 construct when it comes down. So all in all, these things all fit together very well. And the format has been all Oko all the time. I think we mentioned this last week when we talked about Modern.
Yeah.
And just how Modern has been blah.
Yeah. Neither of us have been super excited for Modern.
Yeah. So, we had the kind of the broad metagame breakdown.
Yeah. So
for Austin, right?
Yeah, for Austin. The top 10 archetypes were 6% Eldrazi-tron.
Okay.
Which, you just heard us talking a whole lot about Oko and Urza, but then Eldrazi-tron's the most represented deck. Well, it's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
Because this particular breakdown separated out all the different Urza and Oko decks, so it didn't lump them all together.
Yes.
So Eldrazi-tron was almost 6%.
Yes.
Regular Tron was 5.1%, so like 11 total. And then you had Burn, Sultai Urza, Infect, Jund, Snowblade. They're all Oko decks.
Yes.
They're all decks that run Oko.
Yes, that's right. Jund runs Oko.
Jund. Yes. Not my Jund. Not this time.
No.
Yeah.
Oko.
Red.
Black. Green. Throw some islands in there. Oko.
Blue.
Oko. Cool.
Yeah. There was one Jund list in this event, I believe, that made top 8. It was the only deck in top 8 that was not playing Oko.
Okay. It had no number of Okos.
It had no Okos. Yeah.
Okay.
It was just a traditional Jund list. But like the accepted version of Jund lately has had Oko in it.
Yeah, Asherlaban Oko.
Yep. So yeah, that's telling.
Yes.
And then I guess this is still
so then
the second chart is
taking
still...
them from being broken down into like just individual like, hey, this is Sultai Urza and this is Temur Urza. If we just kind of smush everything together, you get out of like 190. I guess it was 194 other. So like all the decks total, there were 82 decks that played Urza.
Right, and then the next closest was Death Shadow at 61.
Yeah, and I guess this, and I think it's pretty safe to say if you're playing Urza, you're playing Oko.
Yes, 100%.
Right, so
I think all of the Urza decks played Oko.
Right, so there's at least 82 decks that are Oko decks, plus then Scapeshift is now an Oko deck.
And Burn.
Yep. Did people actually show up with, like, I know that deck was kind of a meme.
No, it wasn't that much of a meme. People played it.
Oh my god, I hate people.
Well, if I vote a league, it has to be good, right?
It has to be good.
Yeah.
Allie Warfield tweeted about it, then someone made it 5-0 a league, and now it's a deck.
Yeah. Snow Control, I'm sure, plays Urza.
Or Oko.
Or Oko, sorry.
So, basically, as LSV astutely tweeted about a week or two ago, Oko is the best Planeswalker that's ever been printed.
Yeah. Hands down.
Yep. Sorry, Jace. Move on over.
Yep.
You don't neutralize every threat and win the game by yourself.
Right.
You draw an extra card. That's cute. This draws a 3/3 every other turn.
Yeah.
And draws
for no
Beast
mana
Within.
Investment. Yeah.
No mana Beast Withins.
Right.
For the end of eternity.
Right. As an uptick.
Yeah. And starts with 5 loyalty instead of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, they have decided to announce some bans.
They did.
And they decided they needed to really shake up Modern.
The ban hammer swung hard.
So we banned 3 cards.
We did. The first one, no surprise,
is Oko.
Thief of Crowns.
So your red-green decks can go back to just being red and green instead of having to be Temur.
My Jund can go back to being Jund instead of 4-color.
4-color pile.
Yeah.
So, Oko has the same problem in Modern that it had in Standard and Pioneer, which is cards no longer had text boxes.
Right, they were just 3/3s.
They were just 3/3. So, like, what are you supposed to play when everything you play is a 3/3? Like, I guess you play Tron because they can't make Karn a 3/3.
Yeah.
So, like, that's your answer. Is you're like you have to play things that can't be elked.
Or things that are worse than elk, so it's an upgrade.
Yeah. Which is like awkward. Turn your Goblin Guide into a 3/3. Thank you. You're really bad with your Oko. You could have just made a food, and then like it wouldn't have mattered. I would have just drawn you a land. It would have been fine. So they got rid of Oko, so we can have text boxes again, and not every deck has to be blue. Like it was super pronounced when, like, you just started seeing Scapeshift lists. Right. With Okos and Jund with Okos
and Amulet Titan
with Okos, where it's just the thing that happens in Legacy sometimes. Yeah. Where like it's like, oh man, Red and 6 is really good. Everyone just has to play green.
Yeah.
You had to play blue, red, and green. And this was, Oko is really good. You have to play blue, green, and something else.
Right.
It was just like when it just gets stuffed in every deck, you know there's a problem, and it just got stuffed in everything. So we got rid of Oko.
Yep. Now, before we had Oko, we had a clear best deck in the format.
Yeah, it was Urza.
It was Urza, the deck that Oko slotted right into.
Yes.
So Wizards didn't want us to go right back to having Urza. So they also swung the ban hammer and hit Mox Opal.
Mox Opal has been on the watch list for a very long time.
Yeah.
It's like one of the few fast mana cards that were still legal in the format. I guess it just leaves Mana Monkey now. Simian Spirit Guide is like really the only piece of fast mana left in the format.
Yeah, I mean, we still have like Mox Amber Emery.
Mox Amber Emery. That takes a little bit more work.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like Mox Opal died for Urza's sins.
I think so, yeah. Well, I mean, kind of, sort of. Like, they've been talking about getting rid of Opal for a long time anyway.
Yeah, but it's weird, like
before Urza, they were talking about getting rid of Opal.
Like, I guess you could say that, like, KCI died for Mox Opal. Like, if you want to, like, that deck probably doesn't do anything without Mox Opal, so maybe it's just Mox Opal's been the problem.
Yeah.
But
and even before that, people were calling, not that Affinity
4 years ago was one of the top tier decks in the format.
Yeah, and at the time, people were calling for it then.
Yeah. So it might be just it's time to go, but I also feel like we might be revisiting like Urza in 6 months. Like if the format is just all Urza decks. But the decks get a lot weaker now that they don't just have infinite beast withins.
Right.
And they don't have acceleration.
Right.
So, but like there's still an argument that like you're, blue white and you play Little Teferi and Mox Amber and you do, you do 80% of the thing. It's not as good, but it's, reasonable. So Mox Opal's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think it kills the Urza deck, but I think it probably makes it worse.
Oh, yeah.
Just very different.
Yeah. I think, like, the Urza deck as it existed, losing Oko and Mox Opal, is almost not a deck anymore. And if it is, it's, like, solid tier 2.
Yeah.
It took a big hit.
It did. And then, it's like this last one is like Wizards woke up from Ian Duke had been in a coma for 6 months, and he just woke up and went, "Oh,
what happened?
That's awful. Who let that happen?" And so the last card that they banned was Mycosynth Lattice, because it's unfun. It's been unfun since they previewed Karn, the Great Creator. It's been unfun. It has not been fun at any point. And they just were like, then we realized
we should do that too.
That a one-sided Armageddon that deactivated all the activated abilities on all your permanents was not very fun.
Right.
How did it take this long? What happened? Oh, we thought the format would work its way out of being not fun. You mean they play their 4-mana, 5 loyalty Planeswalker? They tick up. They tick down, they lock out the game, or they just tick down and next turn lock out the game because you didn't have a board?
Right.
I am confused as to how this was ever fun. But that's where we are. So
they don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah. So we don't have to. Yeah, that is gone.
Yep.
I don't know. I know there's some people that are like all panicky because like now I've got to sell like now my Mox Opals are worth less, blah blah blah. And I think they are worth less today.
Right.
I haven't looked.
I'm sure they are, but I'm sure they'll bounce back too. They're not going to be worthless.
They're like there's the pizza oven deck. What's that card? Mystic Forge.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's the Mystic Forge deck in Legacy that plays Mox Opal.
Right.
I am willing to bet that, like, turn 2 Urza into an Oko is Legacy good enough?
Probably.
Like, Oko and Urza pitch to Force of Will.
Mm-hmm. They are blue cards.
Mox Opal is just fast mana.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
which Legacy loves.
I can't imagine that it's just not that there's not some version of an artifact deck that's not good enough in Legacy.
Yeah.
So, like at some point, those cards are going to get value again because they're going to print some dumb artifact like in a core set, and it's just gonna be like, oh,
watch out for that
then,
guy.
Right? So, not saying to run out and buy them, but I don't think you need to like,
come off them right now.
Yeah, like you're gonna like lose money on them for sure. But if you can wait 6 months to a year, like if they just didn't blow up your modern deck that you spent $2,000 on.
Yeah, I mean the card's still great.
It is, and it's not been played in Legacy, but it seems like the artifacts are kind of working their way up in power level as of late.
Yeah, and like EDH will play it still.
Yeah.
There's enough mana rocks to turn it on and enough artifact synergies.
I think you can just keep it and see what happens. And like Mycosynth Lattice will probably go down a little bit. But again, it was like, I think a lot of its value was off the back of EDH. For a long time.
It was pretty cheap before Karn was printed.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay. I hadn't.
Yeah,
it
was certainly not $60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got mine and then never sleeved up a Karn and a Micah Symphilis. That never happened.
We haven't played a whole lot of Modern, so
I haven't played a whole. You can still do that in Legacy. That is one of the ways that Mono Red Prison can lock you out.
Yep.
So.
Like the post decks too, right?
Yeah, the post decks will lock you out that way as well. So. Modern has changed.
Today it changed.
Today it changed. I think that, like, with what happens a lot of times post-ban, I think people just revert back to what is, like, powerful and tried and true. So I think people were Jund. You know what Jund can't beat?
What's that?
Primeval Titan.
It's true. Jund cannot beat a Primeval Titan.
And,
or a Valakut.
Or a Field of the Dead.
Oh, yeah, that's the new one, huh?
Yeah. So I think that a lot of people are moving back to.
Hey man, I've run 2 Plague Engineers. I'll just name Zombie with both of them.
14 1/1s will still kill you before you get the second one down. But I think a lot of people are like looking at Primeval Titan decks as being the best deck in the format.
Yeah.
Like those decks are all super consistent and can just always do their thing. And they're redundant. So. Like, that might be where the format is headed. So, like, if you have a deck that's good against the Primeval Titan deck, which I think, in fact, probably is.
Probably.
Like, cool, Blighted Agent.
Kill you.
Go around your 6/6. You're dead.
Yeah.
Is probably a good place to be. So, those decks might be making a comeback in the short term. Like, same with Tron.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Tron was good, like, the Tron that won Terrell Severin the Mythic Championship didn't have the lattice in it.
Right. Yeah, it was just green Tron.
Yeah, he was like, I thought the lattice made it worse.
Yep.
And so there's an argument that Tron's going to be good.
Yeah.
Because that deck is just always consistent and does its thing and is good.
Yep.
And we didn't get rid of Once Upon a Time.
True.
Which finds Tron lands.
Oh, it does.
And Wormcoil
Titans too.
And Wormcoil engines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
So yeah. So I think things are gonna change. Hopefully the format gets like better because the format has been like awful.
Yep. I saw a sweet new deck over the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Warp World?
No.
No? What is this?
This is a Yawgmoth. Green-black Yawgmoth.
Green-black, like, Yawgmoth. How did that deck... Did that chick just, like, persist? Or not persist.
So with Yawgmoth...
It was Undying.
It was Undying, yeah. With Yawgmoth, you can spend a life, sacrifice a creature, put a neg1 counter on a creature, and draw a card.
Okay.
So if you have 2 persist creatures out...
You just pay life and...
You just pay life and go back and forth until you find a Geralf's Messenger.
Which then kills them?
Which then kills them. Or a Blood Artist, which then kills them.
Okay.
Or a way to get one of the 2. It runs like 4 Chords and 4 Eldritch Evolutions.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the deck seems sweet.
Yeah, like combo kills.
Yeah. I like value engines.
Yeah. I could draw all these cards. You could just kill them. I want to draw all these cards. But I want the round to be over. Can we just... No.
I want to draw the cards.
Draw 8. Cool. You know, he was dead 7 turns ago. Draw 8! Yeah! You're like the person I play against on Arena that I'm like, if you would have just attacked with everything, you would win the game. Please just hit attack all. Why are we staring at this? Just hit attack all.
I want to draw my cards.
So yeah. That deck did look neat. I only saw it a few times. I think it was Aaron Barrich was the one that was playing it.
Aaron Barrich won the tournament with it.
Yeah.
And Tom Ross also was playing it.
Okay.
And somebody else, but I don't remember who.
Okay. I think I have everything for that deck except for 3 Yawgmoths.
Yeah, I ordered a bunch of stuff.
Gotcha.
It'll be here soon.
I have the Dross Messengers and other things. So, yeah, I mean, this could be a deck that gets put together have decks for formats that are playable. Like humans might be playable again. I might just have to put some.
Not if Yawgmoth's a thing.
I guess he just clowns them, right? Like
protection from humans, yeah.
Well, but I guess just like, you know, Strangleroot Geist into Dross Messenger into you're dead.
Right.
Just
into like 8 ways to find whatever piece you're missing.
Yeah, just like you're dead.
Yeah.
Like, oh, but I have a meddling mage.
Nope.
You're dead.
You're dead.
You're dead.
Good luck.
Eldritch Evolution. You're dead. Yeah, and I guess just like if you only have one of the pieces, you just like kill a bunch of your creatures.
Yeah. Machine gun time. Shoot them all.
Then draw some cards.
Draw some cards, yeah.
I will draw some cards and find the pieces I am missing.
Also, like, can't lose to Eldrazi-tron, because you just, like, proliferate their chalice.
Oh, God. So they put it, and you're just, like, put it on
Discard
3?
3 cards. Yeah, you can't cast your Thought Knot Seer. You can't cast your Reality Smasher.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Be so awful.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll play a chalice. Sweet.
Perfect.
Just how I drew it.
As long
up.
as it's not on 0.
What would it be 0? I guess
Because you can't proliferate 0 counters.
True. Like, well, I could just discard this card, but I'm going to put it on the battlefield for 0 for the rub-ins. Your go. And then you should be at Myrtle Beach Games or your local game store for Friday.
Pre-release on Friday, yep.
If Myrtle Beach Games, it starts at 3 p.m. is the first one.
Yep, and there's also one at 7 for F&M.
And then one at midnight.
Yep, it's 1-7 midnight on Saturday and 2 and 6 on Sunday.
Monday is Martin Luther King Day, so you don't have to go to work, hopefully, so you can
I got to go to work.
Oh, man. Sucks. I work for the government. I had to go work. So, like, I can stay late for that one because I don't have to go to work. It's great. I'm back.
That one's usually one and done.
Yeah,
it's very fast.
I am back to work for exactly a week, and then I get a day off. Like, we gotta ease you into this like a gimp suit.
Yep. So, sorry about the length. We went super duper long.
I hope you made it this far.
Yep.
If you didn't, like, sorry that we lost you.
Yeah.
We'll pour one out for you on the way home.
Yep. You can send all of your Croxa to me here at Myrtle Beach Games.
Yeah.
If they get them in the mail, I 100% guarantee that they will give them to me.
There you go.
So send them here. I'll take them all.
Take them all.
Foils, extended arts, whatever you want to send over.
If you want to tweet us that this is a terrible idea, you can tweet us at Casual Tripod.
Give me all the cards.
That was kind of scary.
I don't know if the mic picked it up or not. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yep, you can find us on Facebook at Casual Try Hard MTG. You can email us at show@casualtryhardmtg.com.
Maybe we'll set up a P.O. box. We'll see.
Sure. Maybe eventually we'll get a P.O. box. We're also going to do a pre-release kit build on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have that out before pre-release happens this weekend, so you can take a look, maybe get some pointers. We'll walk you through the process from start to finish, how we build a pre-release kit.
Yeah. Hopefully get you ready.
Yep. We'll see you at pre-release.